Hi there, I'm Sophie. Welcome to this cosy flip through of my first ever grimoire. I'm going to make this space nice and cosy, so I've got some candles lit and let's get some nice incense going. So I want to live a more magical life. I want to reconnect with nature, especially because I feel like I've lost my way a little bit there, to be honest. This grimoire is a place for me to record rituals that I want to perform, especially in connection with the Wheel of the Year and the Sabbats. So this journal is a bit messy, but I hope that the chaos within these pages will serve as a tonic, if you will, in the sea of perfect journals out there. So this sticker I got from Etsy, it's the Wheel of the Year, and I do refer to it quite a bit. Here's the index page, which naturally is not completed. This is the lunar calendar for 2024, the full moon, new moons, etc. And I've also written here my magical aims for the year, like resolutions or intentions. I've got gratitude, kindness and connection, and to learn the Sabbats, plan rituals, and perhaps even perform some spells. This rather messy page is where I've recorded what feels magical to me and where I find magic in my life. I've written breath and presence, yoga and movement, oracle cards, connecting with spirit, art, music, inspiration, gratitude, travel and adventure, and nature. So I'm going to show you the oracle cards that I really enjoy using, and it's these by Philip and Stephanie Cargom. It's the Druid Animal Oracle. I've always had very powerful readings with this oracle. The illustrations by Bill Worthington are absolutely beautiful too. So here's a page that I'd like to redo. This is a place for me to record the magical books that I have read and want to read this year. It was going to be any book, but I decided to stick with anything to do with magic. So I've read Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I've just finished listening to the audiobook of Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman, which actually I really did like, and now I'm on to Practical Magic. I purchased Wicca by Harmony Nice, which I've not read yet. I'm in the middle of reading Kitchen Witchery for Everyday Magic by Regan Ralston. I also want to read Herbs for Children's Health by Rosemary Gladstar. She's a herbalist, and I want to read lots of books by her actually, because expanding my knowledge on herbs and their properties and uses is something I very much want to do. I have a decent knowledge of herbs, but it's always something I can improve on. Okay, this spread is quite nice actually. I like the look of this. It's the place for moon phases and days of the week and what you might want to do, what rituals you might want to perform on the phase or the day of the week. I had fun creating this spread. This is where I want to record some spells. I kind of like this old magic book look that it's got. As you can see, I've not actually written down any spells yet, but I feel like I might start with this one, the money bowl spell. I've seen a lot of people create this, and yeah, that might be something that I would like to do. This is the spread for crystals, not finished, but this is where I'm going to be recording properties of gemstones. Here is my herb compendium. It's got a cottagecore witch living in the forest with all her herbs hanging up sort of look to it. I'm going to be putting down all the herbs that I want to learn not only the magical properties of, but their natural properties as well. So I've got rosemary, lavender, bay and thyme written down just to start off with. I'll add some more as I go on. And this is the apothecary page. This represents the plants that I actually want to have in my home to use as natural remedies. So I'm imagining a shelf full of glass jars with these remedies within them. So for example, like crystallized ginger, I kind of feel like it's a staple that every home should have because it's such a nice, easy thing to take if your stomach is upset, for example. I've also got chamomile here, a lovely herb with calming properties. Got eyebright, aloe vera great for sunburn of course. Slippery elm, it's like nature's Gaviscon, so another one for the tummy. Yeah, and just lots of different herbs that I would just like to have on hand for me and my family. So this is the ritual section of the grimoire, which I feel like I'm working on quite a bit, and I've enjoyed creating some of the rituals basically within this because it also includes the Wheel of the Year rituals. I've got the section on the left, which is an altar ritual created by Rachel Stevens, who's a creator here on YouTube. And I've written down here that I want to perform, or I want more rituals for example, morning and evenings and before meals. I just want to include them so naturally within my everyday life. To that end, I purchased this book, Rituals for Life by Isla MacLeod. And it's a beautiful book sharing different rituals you can perform and how to create your own rituals for seasonal change, for changes in your life, to mark big events. Yeah, it's very beautiful, like I said, so I'm sure this will be a useful resource for me. I also purchased this other book, Your Manifesting Year by Joey Hewlin. This has themes for each month of the year, and again, rituals and affirmations and spell works. I think now that I'm a parent, I've got 2 children, and I want them to have these rituals as part of their life as well, as part of their childhood, and something that feels just natural to us as a family, that we don't let something special go by without celebrating it somehow. I decided to actually open this book and show you what it looks like, and just because I was interested as I was recording this, what the theme is for this month. The month that I'm filming this video is August, and I wanted to have a little look and see. And the theme for August is abundance, which is wonderful. Nature is the greatest example of embodied abundance. And that's very true. As we're coming to the end of summer, in the garden, all the vegetables are ripe for picking, the fruits are ripe, the grass and seed heads are ready to harvest. So there's a lot of abundance at this time of year, and soon we'll be going out and doing some blackberry picking. Wheel of the Year rituals, a little overview of how to celebrate and what the Wheel of the Year means. I've got a bit of a blank page here, I'm not sure why, but I think I'm going to create my own Wheel of the Year, basically. So I started with Imbolc, and I feel like it looks like that time of the year feels, you know, quite bare, white, with a few flowers poking through perhaps. So I've written down what it's about, the correspondences that go along with it, from animals, gemstones to plants, how it feels like, and some rituals that you can perform. This is the Ostara page. Again, I feel like it captures the springy feeling at that time of year. Again, it's got correspondences, rituals, and how it feels like. This is the Beltane page. I'm not too keen on it, so we'll just skip past that, shall we? This is the Litha spread. I've written the rituals to perform, again, correspondences, and how it feels like. I recently just finished this one. This is Lammas. At the end of July, start of August. It's about harvest time. It feels like peak summer. It's hot, and it was quite nice to write this and create it, even though, again, it doesn't look too good. But you know what? It's important for me just to have a space to record and not always have pressure on how the pages look. However, this is the Mabon spread, which I actually do like, and I've set it up already. I say Mabon because I'm Welsh, and Mabon is a boy's name that we use. I know that some people say Mabon. This is a Samhain spread. Not too keen on it, but I do really like these stickers, these sort of forest witch stickers that I got. And here's the Yule spread. I've already set it up with spaces for the correspondences, rituals I can perform, and how that time of the year feels. You know, it's got the angel, quite Christmassy, the brown paper, like wrapping paper, the leaf as if I've just gone for a walk, and it's cold and frosty, and I've picked it up off the forest floor. And here are some intentions on this intentions page. It's like a menu of intentions that I could be setting, you know, like feel grateful, set up my altar, have some deep breaths, just like inspiration of what intentions I could be setting. This blank page, it says manifestation on it. You can't quite see it, but it's where I'm going to write down the things I need to know about manifesting. Here I've got another rather messy page. I'd love to read you this. It's about how to make every day feel magical. For example, making a cup of tea with herbs from the garden and setting intentions around it, looking after yourself, meditating, stretching, etc. These 2 pages are about what witchcraft and magic mean to me, or rather how I interpret them. I don't know, I just thought it was nice to explore my understanding of those terms, really. This rather messy page, again, sorry, is my almanac for the year, where I've written down what flowers I could see as the year progressed, you know, what was out in May, for example. here I'm going to be planning my future witchy herbal garden, where I'm going to plant calendula, where I'm going to plant, I'd really like to plant ashwagandha, for example, which I didn't realise you could grow in Wales, but apparently you can. And these are book mood boards. It's going to be a space for me to record and create a collage, a piece of artwork that represents books that I've really enjoyed, and more than that, a book that I want to just capture a bit more, just enjoy it further. And as I was recording this, I realised I could make that collage using Canva, so actually you can kind of see a little bit of what's in my head when I'm imagining these books. So this book here is Cackle by Rachel Harrison. It's a story about a woman who moves to a town to start a new job and finds that there's a rather powerful, intriguing woman that the townspeople seem a little bit frightened of, so she may or may not be a witch. And this character captivates the other character in the story and also captivated me, and I wanted to sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, just sort of honour, if that's the right word? Yeah, just sort of have more from that book. And this book is actually from a series of books about a witch who runs a flower shop, and the books and the series are by Nancy Warren. This author writes very cosy paranormal mysteries. She's got other series that I really like as well, such as the Vampire Knitting Club, which if you like anything cosy with witches and vampires and all of that, nothing too gory or horrible, then I do recommend checking out Nancy Warren. And this final page is about one of my all-time favourite TV shows, which I know may be a little bit cheesy, but I loved Sabrina the Teenage Witch growing up, and I still love it because the main character Sabrina is such a fantastic heroine. She is strong and funny and clever, and yeah, I reckon that show probably influenced a lot of my life. And there we have it. We've come to the end of my grimoire as it is for now. I still want to work on it because I really genuinely enjoy working on it. Whether the things that I've created always look good or not, I've still enjoyed the learning and the process, and that time for myself too has been really wonderful. So I wonder if perhaps you have any words of wisdom, advice, or any tips that you could share with me about other things that I could include in this journal. Yeah, I would really like to hear that. So yeah, thank you so much for being here and allowing me to share my journal with you. I hope you have a really magical day. Thank you so much. Bye.